Previously on the Rogue Defenders, we met Thomas, Chloe, and Morty. Three individuals that were trying to bring a podcast story to life. Thomas was the creator of the story and was convinced everything that he was telling would come true one day. He would be supported by his loving wife, who would back him no matter what, and Morty would be the voice to bring it all to life. Thomas and Morty would have a creative difference, and Morty would end up quitting and leaving the project. Shortly after Morty left, Thomas would get a phone call from the SPI government agency. They warned him that Morty had stolen some of the podcast episode, and that if they didn't take action fast, it could be the end of all days sooner than they know it. Thomas would disagree and tell them Morty was just having a bad day, but they would act anyway. They would go and kill Morty on his way home, but did they really kill him? No, Morty would be saved by the Fear Monster, sent back from the future to ensure that the story would happen a certain way. The Fear Monster would bring back advanced tech and bring Morty back to life. After learning everything, Morty would proclaim himself dead and the android man now alive. We start this story inside the dingy-looking basement to which the Fear Monster created Android Man. The Fear Monster would disappear into nothing right before Android Man's animatronic eyes. He then walked around to find his way out from the dingy basement. As the Android Man got outside, he realized he was in downtown Eagle Falls, and the building where he was being kept was Thomas's recording studio, WHAM, Wham Radio. He had recorded things like Wham Radio, Tales of Algonquin City, and the Rogue Defenders in this building. But so much had changed in the years. A place like downtown that used to be so vibrant was now desolate.
I think I may have just found the perfect place to set up my evil lair. But first things first, let's control or delete this podcast from the internet. What? I can't delete it. Fine. Since I can't delete it, I'll upload a virus to corrupt it. There. Done. Now off to find that heart to attack.
The Android Man made his way out to the main street, and when no one was looking, hijacked a motorcycle. He put his robotic finger up to the ignition, and it would bend itself to be the key. He started up the bike and revved it a few times before taking off into the night.
Hey, what the hell, bro? That's my bike!
The Android Man would speed his way downtown to a random warehouse and go through scraps of metals and old tech and begin to upgrade himself. It wouldn't be long before now he had the ability to fly. As he went to project himself into the air, he would accidentally convert himself into a lightning strike and be taken inside the power lines. Seconds later, he would be released, but he was not at the tech warehouse anymore. He was now back in downtown, near Wham Radio. He talked to himself.
I better be careful. I think I may have just overclocked myself. Now, time to see what I really can do. Maybe not use full power this time, though.
The Android Man would lift up into the air and begin to take flying off into the moonlight. Seconds later, he would fall down from the sky and land at 123 Blue Jay Way. A nearby nosy neighbor outside smoking something saw him land and walk up to the stairs and ring the doorbell without even touching it. The Android Man waited a few moments, but no one would answer the door. Next, he would close his eyes, and a ringing sound could be heard from within his head and echo inside of the apartment. His voice and picture would appear on all the electronical things all over the house: TVs, refrigerators, phones, and computers. He would turn the lights on inside the smart house, and a woman who was trying to hide would spring up and say scared,
Hello?
Oh, looky here. You are home. Hello, Chloe. How are you? It's been forever.
No, it can't be. No, that voice, that laugh. You're dead.
Oh, so you do recognize me. I admit, I've had some work done, so I wasn't quite sure. But not my choice. Life's choice. Or was it Thomas's and yours choice? And the SPI's choice?
Please, Morty, stop. Don't do this.
Be quiet, you. Morty died when you ordered Protocol 88 on him. Yes, you see, now that I'm the android man, I know a lot of things that I probably shouldn't, thanks to the internet. And the things I can't find but require to know, I'll get from you. Like Thomas's location. I know he has powers. Whatever bullshit he writes comes to life. Just like I know that you have the power of empathy, which I'm afraid doesn't work on electrical things.
Please, just tell me what you want and let me and my family live in peace.
Live in peace? Did you let me live in peace? Heck, I didn't even get a warning. Look what he's done to me, Chloe. Chloe, look at me. Now, child. I just might be able to find some sympathy in my hard drive somewhere and leave you in your peaceful, happy little world. But only if you tell me Thomas's location. It's hidden, and I need to have a last word with him.
You're too late. The podcast was made without you. The future will be warned. Each episode has already been released.
I know. I've listened to them all. I don't care for the one about me. What a waste of a good character. Am I right? I've already corrupted the files, so no heroes will be getting warned of anything.
Why the hell are you doing this?
You'll see I've gotten a glimpse of what my story really is. I've been warned too, and I plan to bring my story to life any means possible.
The android man pushed the woman into the counter and lifted her up into the air by her throat, all from while standing across the room. She screamed in horror.
Get off me!
Shut up, you stupid whore!
Mommy! Kelly, run! Go find help!
The little girl ran in terror out of the house and into the rainy night. Thunder crashed down as the little girl fades away into the rain.
Why are you doing this? Are you here for Bruce? Because he went to get a pack of cigarettes a couple weeks ago and hasn't returned.
No, silly. I'm here because of your first husband. He took my life, so I'm going to take his, starting with you.
But I divorced him. No, please don't do this. I remarried and I have a little girl. I'll tell you anything you want in exchange for my family's life. We didn't kill you. We tried to warn you. We never found out why the SPI agency Protocol 88'd you.
Good now, see, we're getting somewhere. So you tried to warn me, but failed. Big Whoop, you want a cookie? You still failed to save me.
Please, don't kill me. My daughter's only 6. I'm the only thing she has.
The android man accessed the internet inside of his head and tried to locate Thomas's address, but it wouldn't be found.
What is this, some kind of joke? Do you want to die, Chloe? Or maybe you want to be my meat puppet? Tell me where Thomas lives now, or I kill you and go after that sweet little girl that was just in here. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Fine, deal. Thomas went into hiding after you died. He published your story the same day, but said writing about his friend who had perished was too much for him, so he never continued on.
What a fool! I'm not dead. I'm here now. Tell me, where is the book?
What book? I don't have any idea of what you're talking about.
I overheard you the night of my death. I was eavesdropping from a window outside. He wrote all the stories down. I've got pieces of the puzzle I'm dying to connect.
Damn it, we didn't think anybody knew about the book. Yeah, you're right, he did write all the stories down, but since then has fused it with some kind of magic. The book is blank and only he can read it.
Very well, perhaps I will not kill you after all, but you don't get off as easy as you think.
The android man shocked the woman into absorbing electricity from her appliances. He dragged her lifeless body outside in the back and walked over to an electrical pole. He reached up his robotic arm into the air and would convert himself and Chloe into a lightning strike and transport himself and her through the power lines into downtown to the old WHAM radio building. As he dragged her lifeless body inside and dropped her on the floor, he would wander around the giant building, checking everything out. On one floor, he would find a food court. On another floor, he would find a daycare center. On another floor, there was a call center. And at the top was WHAM radio. Morty walked down into the basement of the building and was surprised at what he found. He was distraught earlier that he hadn't noticed what was in the opposite corner of the basement. He found the room to which the fear monster brought him back to life. But in an opposite corner of the basement, he would find cryogenic chambers as well. He walked over to the computers and plugged himself in and would have the power and electricity to the place within a matter of seconds. He went back and grabbed the woman Chloe that he had captured from earlier that night and threw her in a cryogenic tube and would freeze her.
I'll deal with you another time and place, but I have a few ideas of what I can do to keep you cozy and comfortable and out of my way. Perhaps I'll combine virtual reality with your sleep, so you think that your dreams are real.
Next, he would plug himself into the giant computer console with his finger. The giant computer sat in the middle of the room with all the pods surrounding it against the walls. Morty would find a way to enter Chloe's mind from her being inside of the pod machine. He would learn the location of the creator of the podcast, Thomas's house, and indulge himself with that knowledge. After multiple hours, he would unplug and decide his next move would be to take out Thomas. But he wasn't quite ready to do that just yet. He wondered if what the fear monster had shown him would come to fruition. Was it real, or was it some kind of fear trick? The android man walked all around his new place and destroyed what he could from the broken machines. He smashed old, used typewriters and computers, microwaves, bulbs, anything that he could get his grubby metal mitts on that wouldn't be useful anymore. As he broke the machines down, he could hear them cry out in pain, and it would cause him pain, but he would fight through it. After he absorbed their energy, they would all die out, and there would be silence once again. For a few days, we see Android Man steal and scavenge pieces of technology and upgrade himself. When he was done, his body would be as impenetrable as a tank. He walked up to the roof of the old abandoned radio station, and we see the call letters WHAM in runes. Android Man would not hesitate and begin to see if his experiment would work. He would be lifted off into the air and start to fly, and off to Thomas's house he would go. In a matter of minutes, he would land on a street in the country and walk up to a house. As he grabbed the handle on the door and turned it to the right, the door would open and he would walk inside.
This is just too easy.
As the android man walked into the house, he could hear voices in the distance and would walk towards them. As he walked inside, he would see a familiar face, but he wasn't sure from where, talking to Thomas. As he looked around, the memory from what the fear monster had shown him flashed through his mind quickly.
It's about time I found you, my old friend. You might not recognize me since my death was so long ago, but Chloe did.
Joel, find the podcast. I'll take care of this broken robot.
Thomas walked forward from Joel and in front of the android man and said,
What the hell did you just say about my ex-wife?
Oh, hit a nerve, did I?
No. This can't be true. That means my dream was right.
You can thank your dear Chloe for revealing your location to me. Don't worry, though. She's fine. I didn't kill her yet.
Damn it, Morty, stop this madness. The sides of good and evil are just one's point of view. I know how this goes. You try and fail. I've already written and recorded it all. You're too late. It's already been set in stone. Go, kid, now.
Thomas would run forward towards the scary villain like a hero screaming,
Ah! Oh, really? I think you might have one piece of the puzzle, but guess what? I am the other piece. Ah!
The android man would lift his arms and take control of the electrical things all around him and absorb their power. After a moment, he would release a shockwave into the air that would hit Thomas and send him flying backwards. Joel screamed at Thomas as he was about to get hit with the wave.
But what's the name of the podcast?
Joel would be hit by the wave of electricity and fly off to the side and into the air. As he was flying backwards, Thomas realized he was flying towards a mounted deer's head on the wall and would be impaled, so he had to think fast.
Joel needs to return safely back to his time, but now he understood how his power worked. Ugh!
The back of Joel's clothes would rip from touching the antlers, but he would disappear right as he was about to collide with a mounted buck on the wall. Thomas got up from the ground and said,
Damn it, Morty. I know it's you. How did this happen? You know, no matter what you do, he will find a way to stop you.
Just stop and think, old man. You know the answer to your own question.
What? No! I had no clue that the first story published would come to life through you. If I did, I never would have published it.
You're wrong. You're lying. Morty is dead. You killed him along with the SPI. I'll take my revenge with you first, and then with him. I don't care about what's in the past. I only care about my future. It's just too bad you won't be alive to see what I've got in store.
Morty, please stop. No! Don't do this! I tried to warn you and explain to the SPI that you are a good person. Don't make me do this, my friend. Please, there's still time. I understand my power much better now. I'm so sorry that you think I created your death with my writing. Is that what you want to hear?
No! Morty was kind of a good person, but he's dead now. You've made sure of it. And I'm the Android Man. I've already released a virus into your stupid podcast story and ruined it for anybody that tries to listen to it. Now your precious heroes will never get the message. Face it, Thomas, you wanted a villain. You've got one. My story doesn't die just because you killed it. No. But your story dies here and now with you. I've made sure of it.
You know what, Washing Machine? You talk too much and should pay more attention to your surroundings. I was hoping you would come to your senses because I've been waiting for you for a long time. It's how it's always been foretold in the book. No matter what you do, the Rogue Fenders will always find a way to stop you.
The book? Where is it?
Thomas knew that this would be the day that he died. It all happened as he had wrote it, but there was much more to the story than this. Thomas pushed 2 buttons together on his wrist watch and then ran towards the Android Man, giving him a big bear hug, wrapping his arms tight.
I just hope that kid can find the podcast.
Thomas's watch would magnetize to the Android Man's metal body, and as he went to pull away, it would blow him up. The bomb inside the watch would create a huge explosion, sending the Android Man and Thomas's body flying in different directions into the air. We see the Android Man try to disappear into a lightning bolt and shoot himself up into a power line to travel away. But he is broken and exits the wire into a nearby cornfield not too far away. It wouldn't be long before the news and the government would show up and block off the scene. The men in black, the SPI agents, would be the ones to find the half-man, half-machine and try to figure out what exactly they had discovered, as they'd never seen anything like this. Thomas's body would never be found, and he would presumably be dead. The SPI agency would quickly grab the Android Man's body and load him into a special vehicle to be transported to a secret government facility, but it would never make it there. We see the 2 agents talk back and forth driving the car, trying to kill the time and silence Sane.
So, what's our orders for this thing? Are we going to try to reprogram it and make it America's first hero? Or are we gonna treat it like an alien and dissect it and then throw it away and not tell anyone about it?
Who told you that? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I don't know our orders, other than just drive the car and go to the destination.
The Android Man would reboot and come back to life. His voice would come through the radio and say,
But you didn't answer his question. Where exactly is here that we are going, Mitch?
Huh? Wait, what? Did the police scanner just say something with your name?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. This is Echo 2 to base. Can you please repeat?
Echo 2, we haven't said anything. Please remain radio silent and only contact with an emergency.
What the hell? That's not right. That's not what base is supposed to say. What the hell's going on here?
As soon as the driver of the vehicle finished his sentence, the car would then lose all of its power and come to a complete stop.
Take your keys and go check on our cargo.
Screw that! You're either going back there with me, or I'm not going at all!
Fine, you big baby. Come on, let's go make sure the scary robot is still offline.
They both walked to the back of the police vehicle, and the one agent pulled out his gun and aimed it at the back, while the other agent grabbed his keys and put it in the keyhole to open up the doors. He went inside and shook the android man, but nothing happened. The robot's eyes were dead, lifeless, and didn't light up. The guard would turn around and say to his partner,
You see, you got nothing to worry about. It's all in your head. Ah!
A shot of electricity would emerge through the one guard's chest and out into the vehicle into the night. The one guard fell over dead on the floor, and the android man would emerge from behind him. The other guard would freeze in terror as the android man said,
All in your head. I hate it when things are incomplete. You may want to run now. It will make for a much more exciting death for you.
I'm getting the hell out of here!
The android man would let the agent run away, but blast a shockwave within a 1,000-meter radius. It was from the energy that he absorbed from the car. It would restore him back to 100% health and keep him from getting overclocked and dying. As the shockwave reached the guard, he would fall to his death, and the android man would fly away and barely escape into the night.
If you're smart, you'll insert your ad now!
Pop-a-boo-boo.
We return to present day, where we see Android Man standing in his lab, tinkering with his collectibles. We see a lot has changed, as some of the cryogenic tubes are now filled with humans inside. As we get glimpses from around the room, we see it's also filled with the best stolen tech around known to man. The SPI agents, Adam and Ashley, would emerge through the door into the lab with sourpuss looks on their faces. The room was silent for a moment as they all stood there.
So, tell me the bad news.
He got away.
He got away? How does someone who reported to me that they didn't have powers get away? Please, enlighten me.
Well, Ashley gave him the dosage to wipe out any powers he had that you gave us. But it did the opposite, and it activated him.
What? No, you're joking. This is horrible news. Come with me, please, into the next room. We must drink the Kool-Aid and smoke a big fat one to celebrate.
But wait, you can't do any of those things.
And why's that?
Because you're a robot, duh.
I hate that term. It sounds so... I'm an android, and I still have human parts. You know what? Shut up. I don't want to hear from you anymore anyway. Ashley, how about you explain to me why I don't have the time traveler?
I did manage to get his blood.
Give me that. Yes, now I'm one step closer to finding my story. Good job at collecting the blood of a hero's will. Help yourself to a glass of wine here. Here, Ashley.
Ashley stuck out her tongue and grabbed the glass of wine from Android Man and took a sip.
You know, she's just as guilty of letting the time traveler get away as I am. Somehow he knew how to freeze us in time.
As quickly as he gained powers, he disappeared and reappeared with the knowledge of how to use it.
Well, he dropped a massage arm on her lap and set us back 20 minutes behind schedule.
Fine. Here, stop your bickering. You whined like a little puppy for attention. You can have a glass of wine too. Hurry up, drink up.
Adam and Ashley were enjoying their beverages when the android man went over to his computer console in the throne room and plugged himself into it. The human part of the android man would still be here and now and be able to have a conversation with Adam and Ashley, but the machine part of the android man would be lost inside of a computer, trying to figure out his next plan. As the three of them were in what Android Man called his throne room, a noise would come from the lab, and Android Man would run in there to see what it was. As he was about to enter the room, Adam and Ashley would collapse on the ground from drinking the drugged wine. The Android Man would stop what he was doing and go over to their bodies and drag them into the lab, since that's where he was heading anyway. He looked all around inside the lab at what the spooky noise would have been as he loaded their bodies into the empty pods, but he would see nothing. In a matter of seconds, he would have new lives programmed for them to live out. He did all this to the pod people that he had collected. When he was done, he would turn around and search the room, looking in all the nooks and crannies for any spot to where the sound he heard may have came from. But he would discover nothing or no one. He talked to himself as he did this.
I'll tinker with you later, Ashley, but poor Adam, let's see if I can give you powers like you did for the time traveler. The soothsayer said he was going to be a person with abilities, so I guess he was right. I just can't believe my concoction worked, but instead of killing your powers, it activated it. Be giddy later. I still have more evil plans to start before all of this begins.
The Android Man booted up the security camera and viewed all the footage at once. The feed would get cut off and turn snowy. The same noise from earlier could be heard behind Android Man inside of his lab. He would turn around and see Kid Question, Wet Girl, and Joel the Time Traveler standing behind him. But he had to do a double take. He thought to himself,
"What is this? A premonition?"
As he looked down, he saw that he was still plugged into the computer. He would log himself off from the computer and hurry up and turn around and see that everything that he had just experienced with the Time Traveler and Wet Girl and Kid Question was actually not real. But it piqued his curiosity. Why did this happen? He would log back onto the computer and dig deeper and find out that it was the soothsayer fighting him.
Stubborn old mule. You may have taken my pawns out, but I have your queen, and soon you will be mine. Now that I have his blood, I'm that much closer to finding the book and erasing the real story and bring the ones I wrote to life. What is this? No, it can't be. The soothsayer has a consciousness, but that would mean it's a person. But who?